Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for your continued love and support of the channel. I truly do appreciate it. And in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be getting guidance from Spirit on a situation that is worrying you. And to do this reading, I've laid out 3 piles of cards here. Pile number 1, you're going to be this clear quartz crystal here. Pile 2, you're going to be this black obsidian crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be the blue turquoise crystal here. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's get into this reading. Hi, pile 1. So you guys chose the clear white quartz crystal here. And you received this card here, and it says, "You are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance." Beautiful energy here, pile 1. So Spirit is coming through with some advice here about trusting your intuition, pile 1. Trusting that what you believe is true, because it is. You are very clairvoyant, pile 1. You are able to see things that others cannot see. You are able to see the future. And this ability is helping you right now in terms of healing whatever the situation is that's worrying you. And I also feel like, there's some sort of teaching or guiding that you're doing here as well in whatever the situation is, whether this is a relationship you're worried about, a job that you're worried about. You're healing the situation in some way here. And I feel like your clairvoyance, your psychic abilities are helping you do that here, because you have a very good ability to see the bigger picture here and to understand what's going on in this situation. And the angels are helping you here with this, because we have this angel holding this ball here, and there's a number of people sort of swirling around in this ball. So I feel like the angels are really helping you to not only deal with this situation that's worrying you, but to heal it. So really beautiful, pile 1. So I want to get some more energy here. So Spirit, what is your advice or guidance for pile 1 in the situation that's worrying them? Okay, so you have community here. Beautiful. So with this card, I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to reach out to others right now while you're going through this situation. Maybe reach out to a friend or a family member or a counselor, someone that you can sort of trust and rely on, and somebody that you can bounce your ideas off of. Maybe get their advice. Speak to them about what's going on here in the situation that's worrying you. But there's a message from Spirit about reaching out to your community here and really searching for that help and that guidance that you need right now, pile 1. So beautiful energy. So let's get some more energy here. Spirit, what is your advice or guidance for pile 1, please? Okay, so you have the air element here with state of mind. Interesting. So the air element is all about our mind, you know, thinking positively, making sure to be aware of what your state of mind is in terms of this situation. Are you thinking about it rationally? Are you examining all the elements of it? You know, are you looking at it clearly? So I feel like there's guidance from Spirit here about really being aware of what your state of mind is right now. Are you stressed when you think about the situation? Are you calm? Are you overly anxious? You know, what is your state of mind here while you're dealing with this? Because I feel like it's important to be really clear-headed right now, pile one, when you're trying to decide how to navigate this. There's an importance about being very clear-minded and being very calm and very rational when you think about this situation here. So, you know, I feel like grounding could be important for you guys here. Maybe just go outside and take a walk, you know, or do some meditation, do some yoga, something that's going to help you with your state of mind here. So interesting energy. So Spirit, what is your advice or guidance for pile one in this situation that's worrying them, please? What is your advice or guidance, please, for pile one in this situation that's worrying them? Advice or guidance, please. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so you have this card here, and it says, slow down and rest. You need it. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit also is guiding you here to take some time to rest, pile one. Maybe take some time away from this situation. You know, if this is a relationship that you're worried about, maybe take some time away from this person. You know, if it's a job, maybe take a vacation, you know, take some time off. But Spirit is really guiding you here to slow down and to rest. And, you know, with this bathtub here and the tea, I feel like there's also an emphasis on self-care here, pile one. Taking the time to care for yourself, to love yourself. Take a hot bath, you know, drink a cup of tea, maybe journal. Take some time for yourself here, away from whatever the situation is that's worrying you, and really focus on you, pile one. So interesting. So I want to get one last oracle here before we get into the tarot. So Spirit, what is your advice or guidance for pile one, please, in this situation that's worrying them? Advice or guidance, please, for pile number one in this situation that's worrying them, please. Advice or guidance. Thank you. Okay, so you have the card of differences here, number 50. Interesting. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, this could be about a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. You know, it can really be about anything here. But Spirit is, you know, letting you know here that there is some sort of differences here that you're dealing with. This could be differences between you and another person within a relationship. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. You know, maybe you had an argument with this person or a difference of opinion. And, you know, or this could be in a job. You know, maybe you just don't resonate or like what you're doing anymore, or you don't, you know, feel like you get along with your boss, or, you know, it can really be anything here. But I feel like Spirit is sort of wanting you to understand that we are going to, occasionally have differences with people or with situations. And to understand that it's part of life, pile one, it's something that will change. It's something that will get better. It doesn't mean that, there's no hope or there's no way of resolving this situation, because we do have the butterflies here, and the butterflies represent transformation and change. So change is possible here in whatever the situation is. And I feel like, there's also an emphasis here on, the darkness and the light. So maybe you're dealing with somebody who is more on the dark side, and by that I mean, they're working from their shadow, or they're working from their ego, and you're working from this place of light here, this place of hope, this place of peace. And so, it might be hard for you to resolve these differences here, but Spirit is saying that it is possible, it is, you are capable of transforming the situation, pile one. So very interesting. So let's get some tarot now to clarify this energy here. So Spirit, what is your advice or guidance? Okay, so you have the Queen of Wands here. Powerful energy, pile one, because the Queen of Wands is someone who is in her power. She is in that masculine power of knowing what she wants and getting it. She lays down the rules, she makes the boundaries, and she is capable of making those changes, transmuting that energy that I was talking about before from negative to positive. So you have this capability, pile one. And I feel like, with your clairvoyance here, you really are able to heal this situation, and you really are able to take control of it here and make whatever changes need to be made. So if this is a job that you're not happy with, you have the power to leave and find something better, and the same goes if it's a relationship. But you also, I feel like, have the power to heal the situation, so if it's a relationship that's not going well, you have the power to heal that and to change that. So whatever it is here, you are in full power, pile one. And the Spirit really just wants you to step into that power and recognize that power within you. So beautiful. So Spirit, can we get another card here for pile one, please, for advice or guidance? Okay, so you also have the King of Pentacles here. Yeah, so this could be the person that you're dealing with here, that you're worried about, pile one. Or this could, represent maybe your boss, or, whoever this is that you're, worried about. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could also represent a situation. But I feel like with this energy being here, we have two counterparts here, two equally strong and powerful counterparts. So I feel like whatever the situation is, Spirit wants you to know that you are on equal playing ground with this situation, with this person. You're capable of transforming it. You're capable of healing it here. And you really need to know that. Whatever it is, if this is a person, yes, this is a very solid, stable person, very successful, but you are on equal playing ground with this person. You are capable of doing whatever you need to do to heal this, or to transform it, change it, So yeah, it's interesting energy here. So Spirit, can we get some more cards here for pile one? Advice advice or guidance. Okay, you also have the Page of Cups here. Beautiful. Because the Page of Cups is, it's an energy of generosity, you know, giving of yourself, staying in that positive mindset, you know, staying in that place of love. So I feel like Spirit is guiding you here to, I feel like, do what you can to heal the situation, you know, whether this is offering somebody forgiveness, or whether this is, you know, showing somebody how much you love and care for them or the relationship, whether this is, you know, giving your boss a second chance, or whether this is, you know, looking for a new career opportunity or a new job, whatever it is here, I feel like Spirit really wants you to sort of reach out and try to heal or fix or change this situation here. So interesting energy. So Spirit, can we get a final advice or guidance, please, for pile 1 in this situation? Okay, you also have the 7 of Pentacles here. Yeah, and the Seven of Pentacles is putting in the effort, pile 1, putting in the effort to change the situation, to fix things here. So like I said, you know, maybe that's making an apology to someone. Maybe that's forgiving someone. Maybe that's changing your perspective. Maybe that's changing your job. Maybe that's changing your life in some way. You know, making the effort to get to where you want to be in this situation so that you're not worried about it. You're not stressed about it. You know, putting in the steps that you need to put in to transform this situation. So really interesting, pile 1. So I want to get one final card here for some advice or guidance. So Spirit, can we get a final message for pile 1, please, in this situation? Oops, whoa. Okay, we're going to take this one here. So you received number 18 with lavender and chamomile tea. And it says relaxing is a keyword. And it says place 1 spoon of fresh chamomile flowers, half a spoon of fresh lavender, and a sprig of mint in a jug. Pour 2 cups of boiling water over and steep for 5 minutes, then strain. Yeah, so Spirit is coming through with some advice here, pile 1, about taking some time to relax here. You know, relax your mind, relax your body, relax your spirit. Maybe make some of this lavender and chamomile tea, or, you know, if you have it already, drink some, you know, but there's a message here, and it came through before, about resting, you know, taking time out and just relaxing, doing some self-care, some self-love, and getting your head right here, you know, getting your mind clear so you can really think rationally about the situation, and maybe about how you can heal it or transform it, pile 1. So I feel like that is all I have for you guys today, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So you guys chose the black obsidian crystal here. And you received release here. And it says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. And we have this angel here releasing this bird here. Interesting. So I feel like Spirit's advice for you here, pile 2, may be to let go of whatever this is that's making you anxious or worried here. That could be a person, that could be a relationship, that could be a job, that could be a career, that could be a project, a goal, whatever it is here that's worrying you, pile 2, there may be a need to let that go, because Spirit is coming through with the message that that thing may no longer be serving you. It may no longer be in your highest good to hold on to it here. And there may be a need to let it go and give yourself the freedom of just being without whatever this is that's causing you stress here. So, maybe calling on Archangel Michael right now will really help you guys to find the strength within you to release this. This could even be, like a bad habit that you have, or, like I said, a career, a person. But whatever it is, there's a need to let go of that, pile 2. So interesting. So let's get some more energy here. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 2 in this situation, please? Advice or guidance for pile 2. Thank you, Spirit. You also have number 14 here with expression. Yeah, so you may need to express yourself here, pile 2. This could be about, telling someone your true feelings. This could be about, expressing your true, authentic self. Maybe you're in a job that no longer resonates with you, and you don't feel like you're expressing your true self. Then Spirit is saying here, find what makes you happy. Find what lights you up. Get the job that you want. That kind of a thing. It's really about expressing your true feelings here. I feel like could be really helpful for you guys. So yeah, interesting. So let's get another card here. Spirit, what is your advice or guidance for pile 2, please, in this situation? Okay, so you have the Gratitude Rampage card, and it says, list 10 things you're thankful for. Beautiful. So yeah, Spirit really wants you to remain in this state of gratitude right now, pile 2, and remember to always be thankful for what you have. And despite whatever's going on here that you need to let go of, there's a message about remaining grateful for the things that you do have, the things that are making you happy, the things that you are meant to have right now and to do and to be. So making this gratitude list could be really helpful for you guys. Maybe sitting down, every day and just writing that list of things you're thankful for, things that you're grateful for. And that can sort of open the gates of abundance for you and the gates of freedom here. The strength and the power to let whatever this is go, because it's going to help you recognize, what you're thankful for and what you're not, what you need to release, pile 2. So really interesting. Let's get another card. Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 2, please, in this situation? Advice or guidance, please. Too many, Spirit. One card, please. Advice or guidance for pile number 2, please, in this situation. Okay. So you have this card here, and it says, which is self-care? And it says, number 1, physical care. Number 2, mental cleansing. Number 3, emotional nurturing. Number 4, spiritual connection. Beautiful. So Spirit is coming through here with a powerful message about practicing self-care right now, pile 2, practicing self-love. And like I said, maybe, keeping a gratitude journal, expressing your feelings in some way. But there's also, different steps here that Spirit is speaking about, making sure that you're taking care of your physical body, making sure that you're cleansing your mental space, coming at this from a clear mind, making sure you're nurturing yourself emotionally, speaking positively to yourself, reinforcing yourself, and making sure that you're connecting with Spirit and your guides here, with your higher power. And doing all of those things, I feel like, is really going to help you release whatever this is that needs to be released here, and to find peace, pile 2. So beautiful message there coming through. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 2, please? Advice or guidance for pile number 2, please, Spirit. Can we get, thank you. Okay, so you have the Artist card here. Beautiful. And that makes a lot of sense because you also had the Expression card here, which can be about creative expression. But I do feel like Spirit recognizes here that you are this artist, pile 2. You are someone who is very creative and very gifted. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to dive into whatever this is that you love to do and that you're good at. Maybe that's singing, maybe that's painting, maybe that's drawing, maybe that's writing. But whatever it is, Spirit really wants you to focus on that right now. And focus on you and your gifts and your talents and your goals, pile 1, and release whatever this is that's holding you back, whatever this is that's taking your focus away from your creative gifts, from your creative goals here. And release that and focus on what you want and what you're good at, pile 2. So beautiful message there. So I want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy here. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 2, please, in this situation? Advice or guidance, please, for pile number 2. Okay, so you have the 4 of Cups here, and it came up in reverse. And that can be about release again, releasing someone so that, or something, so that we can get into a better state, so that we can move away from this time of disappointment, this time of frustration, of worry, to a place of stability and peace and harmony, pile 2. So I feel like this is Spirit coming in again saying, whatever this is, whatever this cup is that's no longer serving you, you need to let that go. You need to release that so that you can see these other 3 cups here that are right in front of you. So interesting. So Spirit, can we get some more advice or guidance here for pile 2, please? Thank you. You also have the Magician here. Wow, powerful. So this is Spirit saying here that you have all the tools you need here, pile 2, to let this situation go and to move on from it and to find that happiness and that self-love and that beauty that you're looking for. Whatever this is that's no longer serving you, you have the capability to transform that here, to change that situation and create whatever you want here, to manifest your goals and your dreams. You know, whether that's finding a new partner, a new relationship, a new job, a new home, you know, whatever it is here, you are capable of it, pile 2. So beautiful. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance, please, for pile 2 in the situation that's worrying them? Advice or guidance. Okay, you also have the Hierophant here. And that can be also about sort of letting go of, you know, what's not serving us, pile 2, and focusing on what does serve us. There may be something in your life that is very structured or very institutional, or, you know, there may be some sort of like contract or something that you feel restricted by here. And this is Spirit letting you know that whatever this is that's holding you here, you are capable of, like I said before, letting that go and transforming that. And you're capable of letting go of that feeling of being trapped or being stuck in this situation. You know, you're capable of writing your own story here. You know, we have this person drawing on this map here. You're capable of creating whatever you want here, pile 2, and really manifesting that. And Spirit is coming through heavily with that message here. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance? Okay, thank you. You also have the Lovers here. Beautiful. And the Lover's energy is about finding that peace, finding that harmony, pile 2, and also finding that love within, that love for yourself, spending that time on self-care like we talked about before, finding your own happiness, and learning to release whatever this is. And like I said, for some of you, it could be a partner or a relationship here that you may need to let go of, because, you know, the Lovers can also represent partnership here. So for a few of you, that could resonate as well. So interesting energy here. So I just want to get one final card from this Divine Tea Time deck here. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance? Okay, so you received number 28 with refreshing, and it says strawberry, basil, and mint tea. Place a handful of basil in a jug with 2 black tea bags, like English breakfast. Pour 1 liter quart of boiling water over and steep for 20 minutes. Place in fridge for an hour to chill. Add a punnet of strawberries halved and garnish with mint. Pour over ice-filled glasses. Beautiful. Yeah, so I feel like this is Spirit coming in here saying you need to refresh your life in some way, pile 2. And a way of doing that, I feel like, is by releasing whatever this is here and sort of starting on a new page, you know, finding that freedom, finding that refreshment in your life, you know, getting rid of whatever that energy is and starting anew is sort of the energy that I get here. And, you know, Spirit is recommending, you know, this strawberry, basil, and mint tea, you know, for some of you may be very helpful. So I feel like that is all I have for you guys today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So you guys chose the blue turquoise here. And you received third eye chakra. And it says, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms. such as angels, auras, and visions. Wow, beautiful, pile 3. So I feel like Spirit is coming through with this message about your third eye chakra here. I feel like you guys have a very powerful third eye. I feel like you're very intuitive and you're capable of seeing energies and auras and angels and guides. You know, you're very intuitive here. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on your intuition right now in dealing with whatever the situation is that's worrying you. You know, trusting your gut, trusting what your intuition is telling you to do. You know, is your intuition telling you to work on the situation? Is it telling you to release the situation? Is it telling you to heal the situation? You know, what is your third eye telling you here? And really focusing on that. So beautiful message there, pile 2. Oh, excuse me, pile 3. So I want to get some more energy here. Can we get some advice or guidance for pile 3, please, in the situation that's worrying them, Spirit? Advice or guidance, please, for pile 3. Advice or guidance, please, for pile 3, Spirit. Okay, so you have the butterfly here with happiness. Wow, beautiful. So yeah, I feel like this is Spirit coming through here with a message that you need to find this happiness for yourself, pile 3. And you may need to transform or change something here in your life in order to find that happiness. You know, there may be something that you need to, like I said, heal or change or give up here in order to find this happiness. But, you know, with the butterfly being here, it's all about transforming this situation. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to focus on your third eye so that you can transform this situation. You can change it from a place of anxiety and worry to a place of healing and hope and peace, pile 3. So very interesting. So let's get some more cards here. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 3, please? Okay, you also have imagination here, and the book says imagine on it. Yeah, so Spirit really wants you to use your imagination in this situation, pile 3, and sort of imagine what you want the result to be. What do you want the final outcome to be? And how can you get to that final outcome that you want? You know, imagine what you could do. Imagine what is capable in this situation. You know, are you capable of healing it? Are you capable of changing it in some way? Do you need to release it? You know, what do you want that final outcome to be? And then using your imagination to get that, pile 3, I feel like is really important. And with this book being here, I feel like for some of you, Spirit is guiding you to maybe get some more information on the situation, maybe do some research or read some books about it, you know, about how you can find happiness in this situation and how you can get to the end result that you want here. So very interesting energy. So let's get another card. Spirit, can we get your advice or guidance for pile 3, please? Thank you. Okay, so you have this card here, and it says, look for the signs and synchronicities. Yes, and this goes with the third eye chakra here. Spirit knows that you're capable of seeing and interpreting the signs that they are giving you here. We also have 1111 on the clock, which represents, you know, divine guidance So Spirit, I feel like, is giving you signs here all the time. And I feel like for a lot of you, they're giving you signs through nature, through maybe rainbows or butterflies or the stars here. We even have crystals on this card. But, there's definitely an energy here of being aware of the signs and making sure that you're following the guidance that you're getting from your higher self and from your guides here. What are they telling you to do in this situation? Are they telling you to work on healing it? Are they telling you to release it? What are they guiding you to do here? And being really aware of that, pile 3. So beautiful. So let's get one last oracle here. Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 3, please, in this situation? Advice or guidance, please, for pile number 3. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you also have number 44 here with vacation. Yeah, so for some of you, I feel like Spirit is sort of wanting you to take a break from the situation. Maybe take some time away from it. If this is a relationship, maybe take a vacation by yourself and just gather your thoughts and figure out what you want here. If this is a job, maybe it's time to take some time off and go on a vacation, and sort of step away from it. But whatever it is here, there's a message about taking time out from whatever this situation is that's worrying you here, and just enjoying yourself, pile 3, and really focusing on what you want the outcome to be here and how you can get there. So really interesting, pile 3. So let's get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So Spirit, can we get some advice or guidance for pile 3, please, in this situation that's worrying them? Okay, you have the 6 of Wands here with this beautiful treasure chest. So yeah, I feel like this is Spirit saying that you are capable of finding victory here in this situation. Like I said before, you're capable of changing it and following the signs and following your inner guidance and getting this treasure here, getting whatever this outcome is that you want in this situation, whether this is healing a relationship, whether this is finding a new relationship, whether this is getting a new job, whatever it is here that's sort of the prize, you are capable of getting that here. So beautiful. Spirit, can we get another card here for pile 3, please? Advice or guidance. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups here, and it came up in reverse. So I feel like this is Spirit's guidance here to maybe try to fix or heal whatever this situation is. Because the 8 of Cups upright talks about walking away from something that's no longer serving us, from something that is disappointing us. But when it comes up in reverse like this, it can be the opposite energy, staying in the situation and trying to fix it, trying to heal it. So, for a few of you, I feel like this is Spirit saying, this situation may be worth working on. It may be worth healing. And I feel like Spirit is saying here that that's possible. You're capable of that here, pile 3. So interesting. So Spirit, can we get some more guidance here for pile 3 in this situation, please? Advice or guidance, please, for pile number 3. Advice or guidance, please, for pile number 3. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords here. Beautiful, because the Queen of Swords is is capable of this victory here. She is someone that is very strong and very powerful, and she knows her worth, you know, and she sets boundaries and she gets what she wants. And she also follows her intuition, you know, and she uses her imagination. So I feel like this is Spirit saying here, step into this power of the Queen of Swords and do what you need to do to transform this situation, pile 3, whatever that is. You know, whether that's working on healing it, whether that's letting it go, whether that's transforming it in some way. But you're capable of that here. And you have all the tools to do that, pile 3. So Spirit, can we get another card here for pile 3, please, in this situation? Okay, you also have the Chariot here, and it came up in reverse again. So the Chariot in reverse can represent stuck energy, something that's not moving forward, something that's not changing here. And I feel like this is Spirit's guidance to you to take whatever actions you need to take here to get things moving again, to move out this stuck energy here, to get rid of this worry, this anxiety that you have, and to take the steps needed to transform this situation. You know, we do have the butterfly here. So again, the butterfly is all about transforming, changing. So doing what you need to change things here, pile 3, is really important. Okay, so I want to get one last card here from this Tea Time deck. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance here for pile 3? Okay, so you have this card here, and it says blueberry, lemon, and rosemary tea. And the keyword is refreshing. And it says, in a jug, put half a punner of blueberries and a sprig of stripped rosemary and bruise with a spoon. Add juice of a lemon, a spoon of honey, and 1 liter of water and stir. Chill in the fridge for an hour. Serve in ice-filled glasses. Garnish with blueberries and rosemary sprig. Yeah, so there's a need here to refresh the situation in some way, pile 3. Like I said, to make some sort of changes here in order to get rid of this stuck energy and this feeling of worry, this feeling of anxiety, and move to that place of peace and harmony and happiness here. So there's definitely some changes that, you know, Spirit is guiding you to make here. And I feel like whatever these changes are, they're going to lead to this refreshing here of the situation. So beautiful. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile 3. I hope this reading was helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know down below in the comments. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.